In 2003-04 season, Arsenal regained the Premier League without a single defeat over 38 games played. Their record stood at 26 wins, 12 draws and no losses. Continuing into the next season, a special gold version of the Premier League trophy was commissioned to commemorate Arsenal winning the title without a single defeat. In May 2018, the gold trophy was presented to Arsene Wenger as a gift from Arsenal Football Club at Wenger's final home game as manager after 22 years. Hello, I am Oliver James and this is Football Stories, and this one is about Arsenal, the Invincibles. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. You can also press the bell notification thing, which gives you notifications anytime that I post up a video, and you can also comment in the comment section below by what you think of the video, and if there's any other video you would like me to do about anything in football, then I shall do it for you. Without any further ado, let's get into the Invincible season plus the 49-game unbeaten run and the 50th game on how it ended. Right, so this run started 2 games before the Invincible season. They were at home to Southampton, where they won 6-1. Robert Pires scored a hat-trick, and Jermaine Pennant, of all players, also scored a hat-trick in that game. And then the final game of the previous season before the Invincible season was they went to the Stadium of Light and they played Sunderland. They won 4-0. Thierry Henry scored 1 and Freddie Ljungberg scored a hat-trick. Now on to the next one, on to the Invincible season. They took on Everton at home. They won 2-1. Thierry Henry scored a penalty and Robert Pires. Then they took on Middlesbrough. Thierry Henry scored again. Gilberto Silva and 2 from Sylvain Wiltord. Then they took on Aston Villa at home at Highbury. Sol Campbell scored and Thierry Henry again. And then they were away at Main Road, Manchester City Stadium at the time. They won 2-1. Sylvain Wiltord and Freddie Ljungberg both scored. And then their first setback after 4 games, the 5th game happened. 1-1 draw at home to Portsmouth. Thierry Henry from the penalty spot. Then they went to Old Trafford, drew 0-0. Then Newcastle came to Highbury. Arsenal won 3-2. Thierry Henry scored twice, including a penalty, and Gilberto Silva scored again. Then they went to Anfield and won 2-1. Sami Hyypiä scored an own goal, and Robert Pires also got in on the act. Then Chelsea came to Highbury and Arsenal won 2-1. Edu Gaspar and Thierry Henry again. And then they went to the Valley, drew 1-1. Yes, that man, Thierry Henry, scored again. And then they went to Ellen Road, won 4-1. Yes, Thierry Henry scored, but this time he scored twice. Robert Pires and Gilberto Silva. Then Tottenham came to Highbury. Arsenal won 2-1. No, actually, Henry didn't score this time. It was Robert Pires and Freddie Ljungberg. And then they went to St Andrews, beat Birmingham 3-0. Freddie Ljungberg, Dennis Bergkamp, and Robert Pires. No Henry again. And then they played Fulham at Highbury, drew 0-0. 4 draws, 2 away, 2 at home so far. Then they went away to Leicester, drew 1-1. Gilberto Silva scored. So yeah, no Henry now. That's 4 games. Then Blackburn came to Highbury. Arsenal won 1-0. Dennis Bergkamp. Then they went away to the Reebok Stadium, which is Bolton Stadium. They drew 1-1. Robert Pires scored that one. Then they took on Wolverhampton Wanderers at home. Jody Craddock own goal and 2 from, yes, that man, Thierry Henry. Then they went away to St Mary's, took on Southampton. They won 1-0. Robert Pires. Then they drew 1-1 at Goodison Park to Everton. This time it was no one I've mentioned, it was Carnu who scored for Arsenal that day. Then Middlesbrough came to Highbury, they won 4-1, Arsenal did. It was Thierry Henry got the first. An own goal from Frank Kadru, Pires and Ljungberg getting in on the act as well. They went to Villa Park and won 2-0. Henry scored twice, including another penalty. Then they beat Man City 2-0 at home, a Tarnat own goal and Thierry Henry. Then they went away to the Molineux, beat Wolves 3-1, Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry again and Kolo Touré. Then Southampton came to Highbury, they won 2-0. Thierry Henry scored again, but he scored both. Then they went to Stamford Bridge, 1-1. Patrick Vieira and Edu Gaspar scored. Charlton came to Highbury. They won 2-1. Robert Pires and Thierry Henry. They went away to Ewood Park, 1-2-0. Henry and Pires. Bolton came to Highbury. Arsenal won 2-1. Pires and Bergkamp again. Pires again. Third game in a row. Man United came to Highbury, ended 1-1. Thierry Henry. Liverpool came to Highbury. Arsenal won 4-2. A hat-trick from, that man, Thierry Henry, and then Robert Pires. They went away to St James's Park and drew 0-0. Baffles me, there's that. Leeds came to Highbury. Arsenal won 5-0. Robert Pires got one. Thierry Henry got the other 4, including another penalty. They went to White Hart Lane and drew 2-2. Patrick Vieira and Robert Pires. Birmingham came to Highbury, it ended 0-0. Then another draw again here was away at Portsmouth. This time it was Jose Antonio Reyes with the goal. Then they went away to Craven Cottage, Fulham. Jose Antonio Reyes again. Then, the second from last game, they took on Leicester 1-2-1, Henry penalty and Patrick Vieira. Then the last game of that Invincible season. And then going on to the next season, they took on Everton 1-4-1, Bergkamp, Reyes, Ljungberg and Pires all scored. Then they took on Middlesbrough 1-5-3. Henry got 2. Bergkamp, Pires and Jose Antonio Reyes again. Then they beat Blackburn, broke Forest's record of 42 matches unbeaten. They made it 43 with this 3-0 win at Blackburn. Thierry Henry, Gilberto Silva and, Jose Antonio Reyes. Then they went to Norwich 1-4-1. Reyes scored again. That man as well, Thierry Henry, scored again. Robert Pires and Dennis Bergkamp. Then they went away to Fulham, 1-3-0. Freddie Ljungberg, an own goal from Zat Knight. And Jose Antonio Reyes scored. Then they took on Bolton, drew 2-2 at Highbury. Henry and Robert Pires. They beat Man City at Main Road 1-0. Ashley Cole got that goal. Then they took on Charlton 1-4-0. Freddie Ljungberg scored 2 from Henry and 1 from Jose Antonio Reyes. 49th game unbeaten this was when they beat Villa 3-1. 2 from Robert Pires and 1 from Thierry Henry. The 50th game was the Battle of the Buffet, also known as Pizzagate. It was a name used by the British press to refer to the Premier League match played between Manchester United and Arsenal at Old Trafford on the 24th of October 2004. Arsenal dictated much of the play and created several openings, but as the game progressed, United threatened. Man United were awarded a penalty in the 73rd minute as Rooney allegedly tumbled over Sol Campbell's outstretched leg. Up stepped Ruud van Nistelrooy and he converted the penalty. And late in the game, Rooney scored for 2-0. That result ended Arsenal's record-breaking 49-match unbeaten run. Many Arsenal fans were disgruntled as they believed Rooney had dived and the penalty should never have been given. to be fair, I have rewatched the clip and it was a dive. Rooney went over far too easily. Campbell did not foul him. It was not a penalty. So Arsenal probably should have been 50 games unbeaten. But they weren't. It ended. It happened, especially to a United back then. It was always going to happen. It was silly. But yeah, that has been the Invincibles. That has been the incredible 49 matches of Arsenal that I've done for you. I've still got one more video in the pipeline that has been requested, and once that is done, then I have no more, and then hopefully I will get requested some more. So if you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel, and you can also press that post notification bell. You can also comment in the comment section below on what you think of the video, and if there's any other videos you would like me to do. The next video is about Sir Alex Ferguson, how he transformed Manchester United from a mediocre team to the best team in England, and obviously and now he's left, they are the second best by trophies won. But yeah, and all that. Well, I've been Oliver James and this has been Footballing Stories, and until the next one, peace out for now.